Hi there, my name is Taro Iwamoto. I'm a Feldenkrais practitioner. And in today's video, I want to talk about breathing and how to optimize your breathing. And I'd like to share my perspective on this topic. So what is breathing? I look at the breathing as a movement. And what does that mean, really, is that when you breathe, inhale and exhale, it always involves all parts of your body, right, in breathing. So it moves, right? And how the body moves, it changes based on your posture and based on the movements and how you move and based on the conditions and the demands, right? So, for example, if you're running and you're sprinting, and the physiological demands, it changes from when you're just resting, sitting, right? And because of that, breathing changes, and it changes the way that the body moves. And then luckily, you don't really have to think about that because the nervous system controls and then adjusts the breathing and to fit its conditions, right, at each moment, which is a nice thing. But because the breathing is movement, just like posture, and it can become habitual, right? As your movement pattern, as your posture patterns and become habitual, and then your nervous system is adapting your breathing, adjusting your breathing to your habitual patterns, right? And as you limit your habitual patterns, and then you're not really given the opportunity and to learn to breathe in a different way. So you may be good at and optimizing the breathing in your habitual movements and habitual postures. But once you are in non-habitual place and in slightly different places and different movements and postures, and your nervous system hasn't really practiced and breathing, optimizing breathing in a certain patterns, right? So here's how I look at it. And if you want to optimize your breathing, you want to optimize your movement patterns and your movement, right? And so just to give you a quick example, and if you're sitting, right, and then if you're used to sitting slouched a little bit, okay, using computer work, and if you know that you're used to sitting in this posture, and your nervous system is very used to, okay, and adjusting your breathing and allowing your body to move and to optimize breathe in this certain posture. So it is pretty normal for you. But then you change your posture, right? So from sitting here, you pay attention to your breathing and how the breath goes and moves in and moves out. Quality of the breathing, smoothness of the breathing, and the smoothness of the movements throughout your body. And then if you're used to this posture, and then you find that it feels pretty normal, it feels just fine, right? You don't feel too constrained in your breathing. But then when you change and move out of your habitual posture and movements, and say you take it into the completely opposite, assuming this is your habitual posture and the movement, and then now put yourself in a non-habitual, it's kind of put yourself in an extreme posture, so which would be in the arch position, right? So just going to exaggerate that a little bit. And if you just pay attention to your breathing and notice the quality of the breathing, and how does that change? It feels almost like you're constrained and you don't know how to breathe in that posture because your nervous system has adapted to breathing in your habitual posture, but this is now you're in a non-habitual posture, non-habitual movements. And the brain hasn't really learned to optimize your breathing, therefore you feel constrained, right? And there's nothing that you need to really correct because naturally you feel some constraint, feels harder to breathe in a certain way, and then natural tendencies that you're trying to make a certain parts or make the breath go into the certain parts that is harder to go into. But instead of doing that, you're just allowing your breath and to move easily and smoothly. Okay, it's going to require different movements, right? Because there's certain parts that are easier to move, and in certain parts now it's a little harder to move, which makes breathing become a little bit difficult. But as you're allowing your body to adjust and allowing your body to adapt so that the breath can go in easily, and then you find that the movement, that the breathing becomes more natural. Therefore, you're optimizing your breathing. So just simply be in this position, in your posture, and then paying attention to your breath, your breathing, and then wait until the breathing becomes easier without correcting your breathing. You don't need to correct your breathing. Your nervous system will find an easier pathway, efficient pathway, and so that that becomes smoother and easier. So you change and explore a different posture, right? And taking yourself out of that habitual posture and habitual movement patterns, and then exploring the movements, and then giving yourself just a little bit of time, couple minutes, in each positions. You can go to the side, you can go to the other side, and you can go in a little more front. And each place, observe, wait until your breathing becomes smoother. And then you come back to the starting position, neutral, whatever you want to call it. And just notice how the breathing quality changes and how that actually, your posture also changes. And my guess is that you find that at the end, as you're going through breathing and noticing your breathing and just finding the way that you can breathe easily in each posture, different movements and different posture. And then when you come back to the middle, and then you find that your posture has probably changed a little bit. Then you find that the overall quality of the movement or the breathing has also gotten a little bit smoother. Okay, so that's it. And this is a very different, I guess, the different perspective. And so I look at the breathing from a movement perspective, just as I look at the posture from a movement perspective. So, so here's the bottom line. In order to improve and optimize your breathing, and you need to expand your body and your movement awareness, and so that you're moving and then breathing beyond habitual patterns, right? So the habitual patterns could be maybe here, could be here, but exploring the movements and then informing your nervous system. So the nervous system learns to optimize and to move, and then to optimize the breathing in each different posture, in each different movements. And then by the time that you are going to be moving and doing activities, sports or daily activities, and as the body moves in different places, and then your nervous system is able to adapt and quickly and optimize continuously so that the breathing stays easy throughout. All right, I hope you find this video helpful, and I hope you enjoy this video. If you do like the video, and please give a like button, and if you're new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And I appreciate you can share with the friends, family, anybody who might enjoy this video and my channel. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.